Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to Bay Springs High School. Your Enterprise Bulldogs won the toss and deferred. Captains 16 Gavin Smith and 25 Braden Johnson. A couple minutes here before we get out onto the field. And here come your Bulldogs. Again, your captains for tonight was number 16, Gavin Smith, number 25, Braden Johnson, been out for 3 weeks. Braden Johnson, senior, big part of the offense and defense, back playing tonight, so good to have him back. We'll be without Austin Reynolds, our center, a little banged up this week, and so he'll be setting out. So we got one back and lost one at the same time, and so big matchup here tonight. Here in Bay Springs and Jasper County, your Bulldogs 0-1 along with Bay Springs, both 0-1 in the conference this year. Again, we moved over to Region 6 2A this year. Last week, the Bulldogs of Enterprise dropping the matchup against Heidelberg, and then Bay Springs last week dropped a match against Clarkdale. If you could out there, just give us a shout out on our sound, make sure we're good. Looks like senior number 75, Trey Williams, doing the kicking off for the Bulldogs. Again, if you're just joining us live here at Bay Springs High School in Jasper County, Bulldogs versus the Bulldogs, your Enterprise Bulldogs in their traditional all-white, top to bottom, away uniforms, travel uniforms. And Bay Springs wearing blue bottoms, and they'll be in their yellow tops and yellow helmets. And we're waiting on, I think, maybe the chain gang. I'm not really sure. I think, all right, we got everything untangled over here on the sideline, and we got the thumbs up from the side judge. And we'll see White Hat gives ready to play here. Just a second. Trey Williams, your senior, do the kicking off duties for your Bulldogs. And did not quite go 10 yards, rolled about 7 yards where the Bulldogs picked it up. The ball took a hard left there, unfortunately, for the senior. So Bay Springs will take over for the first time tonight in Enterprise territory, their 47-yard line. Looks like across our line you'll have Deason, Stevens, Williams, and Wheat. Chapman and Bro at the cornerback positions, Gooden and Smith at your safety positions. And then Bryant, Dearman, and Kiltz at your linebackers position. Like Bay Springs will be in a trips left shotgun formation, something we've seen the last couple of weeks a lot. Be drop back pass. We've got a penalty or whistle. I didn't see a flag. False start on Bay Springs. So that'll back them up into their territory. So we'll take that 5-yard penalty and put them back into their side of the field. So it'll be 1st and 15. We talked about it a couple times. Last week we played the Oilers, and from here on out it'll be all Bulldogs in the conference. Bay Springs, so you'll have to excuse me. I'll probably catch myself a couple times tonight trying to clarify which Bulldogs I'm talking about. Bay Springs will stay lined up in the shotgun with trips left for far side of the field. This will be a handoff up the middle. Going to be brought down by Dearman, hitting the hole at the second level. And a decent pickup there for Bay Springs. So it'll bring up second, and we'll say a long 6. Second down and 7. Second down and 6 for Bay Springs. Some of the crowd still trying to trickle in here. Again, trips left shotgun formation for Bay Springs. Another give up the middle there. That time met on the side. Looked like that was probably Wheat. No, it was Decent and Wheat. He does fall forward for about 1.5, and so we'll call it third and we'll say 3rd and 4. Long 4 for Bay Springs. Not sure what Bay Springs is kicking opportunities are, if they'll be in 4-down territory or if they'll try to punt if we can hold them on this 3rd down. They were going to throw on the very first play of the game for the false start, so you got to imagine they're going to probably throw here, I think, after 2 handoffs. You have 2 wideouts to each side of the field. They'll send one in motion to make a lopside on the left. It will be just a screen bubble pass. Had the first guy out there and was able to get around him and miss. And it's going to be right at the line of gain. It's going to be close. We'll have to wait and see. I think he got it by ½ yard, and that is the case. So first down, Bay Springs on the little wide receiver screen there. Again, something we've seen a good bit in the last 2 weeks of Bay Springs doing their tape study. They'll move the trips to the near side of the field now, the wide side. It'll be a handoff off the right side there. Hit just as he comes across the line of scrimmage by number 2, Jake Gooden. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Takes up about 3 yards.
We'll say 2nd and 7, pick up 3 on the play. Chain game's a little slow tonight, getting things moved around, but we'll call it 2nd and 7. Just ticked under 10 minutes to go here at Bay Springs. Both Bulldog teams here tonight looking for their first conference win. Bulldogs of Bay Springs coming in with a 4-2 record, and Enterprise flipped that with coming in with a 2-4 record. Bulldogs making a defensive adjustment last second there, and that right guard moved, and it looked like the umpire got that. So that'll be a false start. The right guard was fisting a pull on the play, and he flinched. The Bulldogs coming up to the line of scrimmage, trying to draw him, get a false start, and he did do that.
False start against the Bulldogs.
So that'll back it up 2nd and 12. Back out to the Bulldog 38-yard line, the Enterprise 38-yard line.
After penalties enforced, it brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Bulldogs.
Like Bay Springs will they'll bring their trips in they'll load them up real close to the line of scrimmage there next to the tackle. Bunch those guys up, and we'll see. And going to be sacked in the backfield by Jake Gooden. Hit him first and then cleaned up by Spencer Wheat and Jake Dearman. And they'll be all the way back across the 50 in the Bay Springs territory. So a huge sack there. Quarterback was looking right in Jake Gooden's right in his direction. He just didn't see him. And very last second, he tried to get around Jake Gooden with a good open field tackle there. So good sack by the Bulldogs there. It's going to bring up about 3rd and we'll say 22 for Bay Springs. Again, back across midfield. So a big 3rd down here, try to get the ball back, not allow them any big plays here. Bulldogs with a great pass rush that last time. We'll see if they bring something again. Will be a drop back pass. And he throws it away at the very last second. So not a sack, but an incomplete pass thrown away by Bay Springs. So good job by the defense there, forcing Bay Springs to send the punt team out. Jake Gooden, number 2, will be back for your Bulldogs. He'll be standing at right the 15-yard line, looking to try to get a return and good setup here. Low snap. It is picked up. It's going to be a kick off to the right and kind of short. We'll see. Gets a little bit of a Bay Springs bounce and a little too close for comfort there. Braden Bro thankfully not able to be pushed into that ball. And so actually a pretty decent punt there, ultimately by Bay Springs. So 8:21, your Bulldogs will take over on offense. Looks like, again, we mentioned Austin Reynolds a little banged up this week, so he'll be out. It looks like that'll be senior 75, Trey Williams, filling in at the senior spot. It'll be Johnson on his first carry back from injury for 3 weeks for a good pickup out to almost the 15-yard line. Good blocking there by the Bulldogs. Trey Williams with a little fist pump from Coach Roy there, taking this guy back out to the back of the end zone like a Michael Orr-esque type block there by the senior. So good pickup there. Again, we mentioned Braden Johnson back first time in 3 weeks. It'll be him back at the fullback position again. It'll be Gooden in motion coming to the near side this time. Couple of blockers, jumps inside. Going to pick up about 2 or 3 on the play.
Miles Ross on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Looks like across the line you'll have Levi Williams, Stevens, Cochran, Wheat, then Dearman and Deason at the tight end positions. Chapman, Gooden, and Johnson in the backfield. 2nd down and 7 for your Bulldogs. A lot of people in the box again. And this time Braden was met, somebody missed a blocking assignment there. Bay Springs had a ton of people on the line of scrimmage and all 11 in the box, just like we've seen last week and the week before. And so we'll see if the Bulldogs have a little misdirection here possibly, or either maybe throw the ball to get those guys off the line of scrimmage. Be Chapman in motion. It will be a backdrop pass. Smith with time to throw, overthrows Johnson. We got 2 penalties. The referee and the umpire both threw flags, and probably, I believe, both of them are going to be holding. Bay Springs likely would decline that. So Smith had a little time to throw the ball and just overthrew Kiltz out in the flat. Was the holding call, and those were declined. They'll accept the incomplete pass, and Bulldogs will send out the punt team on 4th and 9. Something we'll pay attention to. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it yet, but we lost a yard on an incomplete pass, so we'll keep an eye on the chain gang over here on the sideline and make sure they're doing their part. Cadence Carter, the freshman, to do the punting duties. Good punt out across midfield. It's going to take a good bounce, and it's going to continue to roll out. So good punt there. About 37, 38 yards from the freshman. Good job by Carter there, flipping the field. So Bay Springs will take over their 38-yard line. So good start initially to the drive, and then just kind of stalled there for the Bulldogs. Be a give up the middle. Initially hit by a couple of players and was able to break free, and then cleaned up by 3 or 4 guys in the second level. Gonna pick up about 6 or 7 on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second 4 for Bay Springs. Just a slant, just a hitch route, and the receiver was running a fly route him and the quarterback not on the same page there. Quarterback was expecting him to stop 7 yards out for a hitch, and the wide receiver was on a fly route. He almost threw it into Chapman's arms on the far sideline. So to bring up 3rd down and 4, another big 3rd down early here in the game for the Bulldogs, trying to get the ball back. Defense trying to force a punt. Handoff, misdirection to the side, and he may be on to the races. I don't see any flag so far, just a misdirection there for Bay Springs. So on a 3rd down and 4, scampers for about 57 yards for Bay Springs touchdown. We'll see what Bay Springs elects to do here for the 2-point conversion. Like Bay Springs will line up to go for 2. Be a handoff again on the right side. He's hit in the hole there. Look like Deason and Bro. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the Bulldogs holds Bay Springs to a 6-0 lead here. We'll try our we'll kind of give you the clock here and there just to give you some idea about where we are. So Bulldogs, decent defense so far, just one big home run play by Bay Springs. It'll be Bryant and Chapman. Short kickoff. We'll see if it goes out of bounds. Deason muffed it on the other side, and I think Bay Springs ended up with it. Deason looked up at the last second. He looked up to see if he needed to field it or not, and the ball took a quick bounce and then wasn't able to get it. And by that time, somebody had hit him. Deason coming up a little bit of a limp there. And so an unfortunate turn of events there on the kickoff for a turnover. Bay Springs now takes over at about the 31-yard line of Enterprise. So 1st down and 10 after the muff kickoff. Turnover recovered by Bay Springs. It'll be handoff on the right side. And some good blocking on the right side by Bay Springs. Finally brought down by a couple of Bulldogs, but not after a carry of about 7.
Brings up 2nd down and 2.
So 2nd down, and we'll say 3 for Bay Springs here. Be a handoff to the opposite side of the field. This time brought down. Good read there by Gooden. Able to get around the edge, and it's going to look like he got a hold on Bay Springs, it looks like. That is the case. Will be a hold, and I imagine you'll take the penalty there. Replay 2nd down. Thought it was a clean tackle.
After penalty is enforced, it brings up 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
So 2nd and 12 for Bay Springs here after the penalty for the hold. back out to the 33-yard line. Another handoff on the middle to the right side, hit by a couple Bulldogs, bounced off a couple. Going to pick up about 5 on the play. Maybe we'll call, we'll say 3rd down and 7 for Bay Springs coming up. More than likely inside the 30 here, almost to the 25, probably in 4-down territory. So the Bulldogs will be forced to get 2 stops here, or maybe a turnover.
35 for the Bulldogs.
Like Trey Williams will check out, Cochran will check in. You got Deason, Stevens, and Wheat across the defensive line there. So a big 3rd down, and we'll say 6 for Bay Springs. So he's got a guy deep in the end zone and completed. He had a step on Smith, and it was just a perfectly thrown pass by Bay Springs. Just one guy running a route, had one guy in the flats on the opposite side of the field, one guy running just a fly route, just a simple post route or a skinny post. Apologize for that. And just a perfectly thrown pass there. They'll go for 2 again. It'll be another handoff on the right side. This time he hit by Cochran. And so 2 two-point conversions, no good. Remains to keep the score at 12. Bay Springs up 12-0 here in the first quarter. 3:38 left to go here in this first quarter. Your first quarter brought to you by Magnolia Baby 4D 3D Ultrasound. And Bulldogs about to get the ball back on offense. Only had it once tonight after the kickoff, fumbling that earlier. Bulldogs looking for that first half Absolute Technologies touchdown for the night. Looks like you'll have Chapman and Bryant back for the Bulldogs. We'll see how the Bay Springs plays it on their kickoff. This time it'll be a deep kickoff taken by Chapman at about the 5. He'll bring it to the near side, got a little running room and cut it inside. But a good return nonetheless for about 20 yards.
Tackle made by Hamilton.
So the Bulldogs take over at about the 25-yard line.
After the kick, the ball will be placed around the 24-yard line for Enterprise first down.
Gooden on just a straight give, brought back in the backfield there. So going to be a loss there for the Bulldogs. So a little bit of shift in momentum here. Bay Springs with the kickoff return going down with a big pass play. Both scoring touchdowns, big home run plays, both of them on 3rd down. Just ticked under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Magnolia Baby Ultrasound 4D. Like Bell will check in at the fullback position. It'll be Gooden in motion. It'll be Chapman on misdirection. And somebody just beat the block there. 3rd and 14. Like Johnson will check back in, Bell will check out. So it'll be Gooden, Chapman, Gooden, Bryant, and Johnson in the backfield. Big 3rd down and 13 here. Johnson on an inside handoff. So 3rd, we get no gain on the play. So Bulldogs will be forced to punt here.
Been on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Bay Springs just kind of overloading the line of scrimmage and the box, just not giving Bulldogs anything inside between the tackles on the misdirections. Kilts to do the long snapping, Carter, the freshman, to do the punting. Good punt out to the near side here. We'll see, hopefully get a roll. Not going to get one. And it's going to be downed at the Bulldog Enterprise 43-yard line. So Bay Springs, for the third time tonight, will start their offensive possession in Bulldog territory. Tough place to be, putting your defense behind the sticks there. 3 possessions on offense, 3 possessions all starting in Bulldog territory. First down and 10, Bay Springs at the Bulldog 43. Cadence Carter, your Farm Bureau State Player of the Week, awarded his T-shirt and award today at the pep rally. Cadence Carter, the freshman, checking in to do the kicking duties with the injury to Brody Blackburn. Still sidelined with an injury, along with Ryder Freeman. Looks like Bay Springs is going to take a timeout. That'll be their first charge timeout of the half. We'll get a look at our cheerleaders here. Cheerleaders continuing their October breast cancer awareness attire with their pink bows, their pink pom-poms. Very quiet, very somber here on the sideline. Both Enterprise with a better crowd than the home team. All right, so after the first charge timeout, Bay Springs, they'll take over their next possession again at the Bulldogs. It'll be a play action pass, and looks like he's going to try to pull it in and run it. We've got a hold over on the far side. Spencer Wheat was being held. Umpire and the referee both got that hold, so it should be actually 3 of them. So all 3. We got a personal foul face mask on Bay Springs. You don't see a personal foul face mask on offense very often, but that was the call. So that'll be 15 yards on the penalty there.
And 25 for the Bulldogs.
All right, that's a good stop, defense.
All right, so 1st and 25 after the personal foul. Bulldogs need to take advantage of that here. Give off up the middle. Bay Springs running the ball pretty well there off that right tackle side. Big chunk yards there, about 8 or 9 yards. Bring up 2nd and 17.
He still brings up 2nd and long for the Bulldogs.
Defense really need to get ball back to the offense here. Thankfully brought down by Dearman there. He had a lot of running room if he was able to get around Dearman. Dearman able to bring him down and hold on. So 3rd and 11, been an Achilles heel tonight for the Bulldog defense. So hopefully make a stop here, force a punt, and get the ball back on offense.
bringing into your first quarter of play. Enterprise 0, your Bulldogs 12.
So first quarter will come to an end.
Bulldogs.
Bay Springs leading 12-0. That first quarter brought to you by Magnolia Baby 4D Ultrasounds. We move into our second quarter brought to you by Ivy Consulting Group. Bulldogs needing a little momentum here, a little energy, a little life for the Bulldogs. We move into the second quarter here. We'll get everything updated for you. If you're just joining us tonight, Bulldogs won the toss and deferred, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. Bay Springs on a third and about 15, run for about a 55-yard touchdown, big home run play. 2-point conversion will stop. And then we had another third down and about 8 or 7, and just a perfectly thrown pass for a long 40-yard touchdown pass. And the 2-point conversion was stopped again. So short yardage and holding them to third down. They've had a lot of third down plays tonight, and we just haven't been able to get off the field on that third down. And so the Bulldogs here, they'll swap fields with Bay Springs and bringing up a big 3rd and 11 there. We gained about a half yard on that switching of the fields. So a few discrepancies we were noticing a little bit early here on the near side. Play clock's about 12. Bay Springs taking their time. Play action pass, a screen, and made the first guy miss. Second guy miss, and I believe Brian is finally going to bring him down, but it's going to be inside the 10, and Bay Springs will be 1st and goal. It looked like there was a, let's see what White Hat and the referee are talking about. I guess it was nothing. They're letting them play on. Ball looked to have been caught 3 or 4 yards down the field, and there was linemen 10 yards down the field. No flag nonetheless. A 1st and goal for Bay Springs. He's going to be whistled down, looks like at about the 6-yard line, so he'll pick up about 2 on the play.
4 yards on the play. 2nd and goal for the Bulldogs.
Second goal for Bay Springs here. Yeah, it looked like somebody moved, and they did get that. It's going to be a false start. So another big penalty against Bay Springs. Bay Springs really just kind of hurting themselves so far with all the penalties. So that'll back them up. It'll be 2nd and goal. It should be out to about the 11, it looks like. It'll be just outside the 10. Be a handoff to this near side. Made a couple guys just a jump cut, and he's going to go into the end zone from 11 yards out. Bay Springs really putting it on here. Bulldogs in the first half. Bay Springs, of course, will line up to go for 2 again. Three touchdowns for Bulldogs of Bay Springs, 2 rushing, 1 passing on the night. And we'll see if they line up, do a 2-point conversion. Bulldogs so far have denied them both 2-point conversions. They'll try to do that again for the 3rd time tonight. It'll be a handoff the right side. The quarterback saw him coming and just didn't didn't even hand it off because he saw the defender about to take the ball, and thankfully he was brought down after he kept it. And Enterprise, again, they still hold Bay Springs on the 2-point conversion, but allowing 6 on the touchdown. See if the Bulldogs hopefully can muster some offense up here. Again, the Bulldogs will get the ball to start the second half, so something downfield, get a score here, put some points on the board, and then getting the ball maybe one more time tonight in the first half, but definitely starting the second half and making things close here and interesting, getting things a little bit closer together. Bulldogs now trailing Bay Springs 18-0. Second week of district play, Region 6 in 2A. Bay Springs and Enterprise both coming in 0-1 on the season in conference play. Bay Springs with 4-2 record. They beat Quitman and Taylorsville. Get rest of all their games here in just a second. And it looks like that one is going to go out of bounds. So we get a legal procedure on Bay Springs on the kick, and so the Bulldogs start good field position, probably the best field position of the night so far for the Bulldogs after allowing Bay Springs to start all 3 possessions in their territory. Bulldogs will come out to the 35-yard line here in this second quarter, brought to you by Ivy Consulting Group. Mr. Eddie Ivy down there in Quitman for all your training needs. All right, it'll be Gooden, Johnson, and Chapman in the backfield. It'll be Gooden on a speed sweep out to the left, and it's going to be brought down, but a good gain there by Gooden just on a straight give out to the speed sweep. Pick up about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4. It'll be Gooden in motion this time. It'll be Johnson on the right side, keeping his legs churning, only going to get maybe a yard on the play, maybe not any.
Tackle made by Destin Singleton.
We'll give him 1 yard on the play.
Short gain on the play brings up 3rd and 3.
So 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs, desperately needing a first down. Only had 1 on the night in the very first offensive possession. Bulldogs needing a little life and a little energy here on the sidelines, in the stands, definitely on the field. So a big 3rd down and 3 here for your Enterprise Bulldogs, down 18-0. It'll be Gooden in motion. And I think the ball come out. Looks like we fumbled the snap or either the handoff. I'm not sure which one. Thankfully, the Bulldogs were able to fall on it and for no gain.
Bulldogs at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
So it'll be 4th and 3. And Coach Jimerson really understanding and feeling the energy here for the Bulldogs and how big of a game this is. Already down by 3 possessions, needing a first down. Kiltz will check in at the tight end position. So 4th down and 3. It'll be Chapman in motion. We've had another, and that's going to be a flag, I believe. The referee pulled it, went to grab it, and didn't do it. But a 2nd in a row, 2 in a row fumbled snaps there. The exchange from the center and the quarterback not able to be got. And that'll be a turnover on downs by your Enterprise Bulldogs. And so for every possession tonight, again, Bay Springs will take over in Enterprise territory at their 41-yard line.
Let's go, Enterprise. Cheer. Yeah.
So delay a game. Bay Springs taking a little long to get that off, and so the only thing slowing Bay Springs down so far has been penalties.
Flag on the field, delay a game.
Only forced one punt tonight.
First down.
Defense has been on the field a long time tonight. First down and 15. He'll look to the near side, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Hit the ground, a little bit of a low throw there on the comeback route from the receiver, the outside guy.
Replay, second down.
So incomplete pass, it'll be second down. Right around 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by Ivy Consulting Group. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors tonight on our scoreboard. Check our page. Also, if you're joining us tonight, give us a shout out. We're not only on Facebook, but also been a huge request from everybody for YouTube, and we've been working on our broadband issues, fixing some connectivity issues, and I think we got that figured out, especially for our away games. So pull down after the drop back pass. It was hurried. Going to pick up about maybe, and they're going to say no gain. So good covers there by the Bulldogs on second down. So be third down and 15 again. Again, as we mentioned, you can catch us on YouTube channel as well, CCHT Live on YouTube, and of course Facebook as normal. Like to hear where everybody's watching from tonight. I know we've got a few dads and granddads, uncles and stuff overseas, and some grandparents maybe. Third down and 15, just a delayed handoff, and the Bulldogs with great penetration there on the third down play. Looked like they brought a little pressure there on that big third down play. Bulldogs trying to put a little pressure on them, and that'll bring it out back to midfield. It'll be 4th and 19, and looks like Bay Springs is going to bring the punt team out. Try to give the ball back to the Bulldogs. Gooden back to do the receiving. He'll be standing at about the 10-yard line. Good kick. And it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Great job by Gooden there, decoying the defense. He called for a fair catch at about the 10, run up to the 15, acting like he was going to catch it. Ball landed about the 5 and then bounced through into the end zone for a touchback. So Bulldogs will get it at the 20-yard line. So a 30-yard net punt.
Great punt. Ball be placed, spotted at the 20-yard line for Enterprise. First down.
Bulldogs desperately need something on first down here on this drive. Really need to go down and put some points on the boards. A little over 6 minutes left. Got to go put some points on the board here. Get the ball back at the second half. Be Chapman in motion. Drop back pass by Smith. He's got Gooden over here to the near sideline, and it is going to be completed after the defender fell down. So a big pass completion there from Smith to Gooden on the near side. So first life here on the Bulldog sideline in the stands for the first down of the night since the first possession. Bulldogs out to the 44-yard line, so a little life here for the Bulldogs. Looks like they stopped the clock as he went out of bounds. Looks like Gavin Smith will check in at the left wing. It'll be just a direct, like a wildcat from Gooden. Made 2 or 3 guys miss, and he's still running and able to make something out of that. He was going to lose about 10 and ends up losing about 6 on the play, maybe 7.
That's a tackle for a loss for the Bulldogs.
Look more like just a, yeah, that is what it was, just a wildcat position. Direct snap to Gooden. Little wrinkle there. Bay Springs handled that that well. So 2nd and 15, the Bulldogs now back behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looks like it'll be Chapman, Gooden, and Johnson in the backfield. Chapman in motion. Gooden on the misdirection. He just met in the hole for no gain. Bay Springs really clogging up the holes in between the tackles. Bulldogs have to get something outside the tackles. Speed sweep, quick pitch maybe. Maybe drop back pass again. See what Deason brings in. Kilt's a check out, Deason a check in, give the play to Smith. We'll see what the play call is here on a big 3rd down. We'll say 3rd and 19. Bulldogs having to get all the way to the cross midfield to the Bay Springs 46-yard line for a 1st down. Gooden in motion. It will be a drop back pass. And just threw it to the under route linebacker and picked off. And that's going to be a pick 6 for Bay Springs. Just never saw the underside linebacker there with the drag route and picked it off and took it to the house for a pick 6 for Bay Springs. So Bay Springs extending their lead on the pick 6. (24-0) Bay Springs. They'll line up for another 2-point conversion here. So far unsuccessful on their first 3 attempts. There'll be trips on this play. Just a bubble screen pass here. It's going to be hit at the goal line, and he does get in. So the first 2-point conversion successful for Bay Springs tonight will move the score out 26.
26. Let's go Bulldogs.
4:46 to go here in the first half. Bulldogs still looking for that absolute technology first half touchdown here in the 2nd quarter. Again, we talked about it. If you're just now joining us, you can find us over on YouTube tonight as well. As well on Facebook. Give us a shout out of where you're listening from. Band not traveling tonight. They have big state competition coming up tomorrow, so good luck to them. And shout out to our golf team. Golf team this week won the district championship earlier. Henry Powell finished in 1st overall. So shout out to the Enterprise Bulldog golf team. Deep kickoff going to be taken by Chapman about the 15. He does make the first guy miss and then brought down by a host of Bulldogs, Bay Springs. He'll bring it out to about the 30, 31-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over again.
Sunshine again.
And it looks like
after the return,
Coach Jimerson is going to take a timeout. Probably a good timeout there. We really hadn't had a true stoppage so far for the Bulldogs, but after that pick 6, really a good time to really just kind of reset and refocus what we're trying to do here tonight on the Enterprise sideline. So a good timeout there by Coach Jimerson, first one of the half.
And tonight we stand in solidarity with fighters, survivors, and their families. You'll notice our field and fence is covered with pink, as it is a symbol of hope and a reminder to get tested. Let's tackle breast cancer together, on and off the field. If we have any fighters, survivors, or family of those who have gained their wings, can you please stand and let us celebrate you at this time? Let's give a Bulldog round of applause for all of our fighters, survivors, and families.
One of the quietest games of the year from both sides, really, even with Bay Springs up 26-0. You can clearly hear the coaches on the other side communicating with their players. Bay Springs only playing every now and then. So just kind of a very quiet night here in Jasper County. Bulldogs down 26-0 here, down by four possessions, excuse me. And they'll get ready to play. I believe that was Johnson on the carry up the middle. Like he's going to get about 2.5. We'll give him 3 on the play.
Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Bulldogs come to the line of scrimmage this time in a wing left position. Chapman in motion. It'll be a quick pitch out to the right. Gooden with a little running room and was able to get a good gain. It's going to be near the sticks. It looks like he's going to have enough for a first down, I believe. The near judge here saying he's got enough, and so first down Bulldogs on the quick pitch out to the side, led by Chapman in motion. So first down Bulldogs, a little bit of life here. We're trying to get something down the field and get some points on the board before half, and then get the ball back coming out of half. Big Gooden in motion, like somebody moved on the line. I'm not sure who it was, but I believe it's going to be defensive side. We'll wait, and it is going to be the play. Off sides against the defense, so 5 yards for the Bulldogs. The chain gang tried to go against the Bulldogs of Enterprise. They went back, marked it 1st and 15, but it's supposed to be 1st and 5, guys. So we finally, the umpire just had his hands up in the middle of the field, not really sure what was going on. So after the defensive offside, it'll be 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs out near midfield. For only the second time tonight for your Bulldog offense, trying to generate something positive here before the half. Gooden in motion, be drop back pass. Smith's going to be brought down by a sack. He just was not able to have any time to throw. Number 54 come through the line there, and a big loss there on 1st and 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 13 for Enterprise. Deason will check back in with the play. Kiltz will check out. Be Chapman on the near side. He's got a little running room and still running. Ball come loose, but he was down before that. And he's going to be out near the line to gain. He's going to be maybe about a yard and a half short. He'd be just across, about a football's length across midfield. And that'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. Again, Bulldogs more than likely definitely in 4-down territory here this late in the first half, trying to generate something on offense. Johnson on the left side hit at the line of scrimmage. They're just not able to generate any leverage, and it's probably going to be about maybe a football length loss on the play. We'll say no gain, so it'll be 4th down. Bay Springs actually takes their second charge timeout. They want to get the ball back here, so the Bulldogs will have 2 of theirs left. Bay Springs will have 1 left. Big 4th down play here coming for the Bulldogs. At this point, I'm not really sure. I have to look and see what our lines are doing as far as what their defense is, but maybe just a quarterback sneak, get a first down and reset things here. just about to mute us here. They turned the music off for us. That was about to be a little dicey there. So big fourth down play here. Bulldogs another bad snap. Smith trying to get around the edge, and he's not going to get there. And he's going to be brought down, and Bay Springs will get a turnover on downs. Another little fumbled snaps and a late snap, if you will. Not able to get it too good on the speed sweep there in motion, so just some timing issues there with the quarterback in the center and the wingback in motion. .135 here to go. Bay Springs will have one timeout left. Imagine they'll come out and try to throw the ball here. Be just a roll out to the right, trying to look and just throws it away the last second, so the clock will stop. 1:28 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Flag on the play.
Oh, flag on the play. The far side judge has a pink flag symboling October Breast Cancer Awareness, and so it doesn't catch quite the eyes normal. Looks like it was a legal procedure or
tack on 5 yards, replay first down.
Legal formation, excuse me. So second down and 15. Drop back pass. He's going to be brought down in the backfield by Dearman, so a big sack there by the Bulldogs, really putting things hard for Bay Springs to go down and put something on the board here. Looks like we have an injury timeout here. One of the linemen for Bay Springs is down on the field.
Hit me.
Cheerleaders throwing some footballs out here in the end of the first half. Again, Bulldogs 26-0 here in the first half. Bay Springs with 2 or 3 big home run type plays. And Bulldogs just not able to generate anything on offense so far tonight. And defense been on the field a very long time. It's like Black will check in at the safety position for Smith on defense. So after the sack, it'll bring up second and about 24. They'll have trips to the near side of the field for Bay Springs. Drop back pass. He's going to be just throwed it away. That's got intentional grounding. There's nobody over there.
Intentional grounding.
Nobody over there.
3rd and long.
The side judge give the signal that it was uncatchable, but I believe that is going to be the call. Okay, good. We didn't throw a flag, but we called it. I guess they were communicating on their headsets. And so loss of down on the intentional grounding.
Goes against Bulldogs. Intentional grounding.
So that'll be some penalty yards and a loss of down. So that'll back them up even further for a long third down play here.
Brings up third and about 28.
Have to use your hands and toes to count how far that was going to be. Run the ball there. It looked like they're just trying to run the clock down. Coach Jefferson quickly calling a timeout. So Coach Jefferson seeking some positivity here deep down in their territory, maybe get a good return out of this punt, and puts the Bulldogs up good field position.
Timeout.
So that's the second charge timeout for Enterprise. They'll have one left. All right, sound back on for everybody. As we learned in pregame that not only is the music just kind of free flowing, but it is also the unedited versions. Ball went straight up almost, landed about the 50 and then rolled out to the 42.
Now be placed at the 41-yard line for Enterprise.
So we didn't want to kick off air, but we also didn't want to broadcast any of that to anybody out there listening. So we apologize for stepping away on the sound. Hopefully it didn't cause you too much of a scare there, thinking you had dropped us. Again, we had very diverse playlists on the front end tonight, pregame, unedited, and it's just not worth the chance of bringing you that mess here live. So Bulldogs take over at the 42-yard line. Bulldogs one timeout left. So they've got something wrinkled here. They can put some points on the board possibly. Chapman on the misdirection. Looked like a face mask. They didn't call it though. He reached up and grabbed it. I don't know that he pulled on it, but
Met at the line of scrimmage.
he grabbed and pulled on it, but I don't know that he pulled enough to.
On the plate brings up second down.
Second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Just ticked under 20 seconds to go. Be Gooden in motion. Another fumbled snap. Another fumble there between the center and Smith. And looks like everybody is going to be content with going to halftime, and that'll be the whistle. And so the Bulldogs are very unenergetic, very somber first half by your Enterprise Bulldogs. 26-0 here, led by Bay Springs, the host team tonight here on second week of conference play. We don't have our Enterprise band, Pride of Enterprise, here tonight. They'll be going to state championships tomorrow. Competition, so good luck to them. We're going to kill the music and kill the sound here, just not able to really kind of trust what was going to come across, and we'll come back to you in about 20 minutes. And so we'll come back and get the second half started. Your Bulldogs will get the ball to start the second half. Unable to generate really anything on offense so far. Only a handful of first downs, maybe 4, 5 at the most so far tonight for the Bulldogs. And so we'll step away. We'll mute the sound for you. We'll leave the clock up so you can give an idea of when you can go get you some refreshments, get you a snack, come back and join us for the second half. Hi, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Finally got the sounds off in the stadium. Kickoff was taken by the Bulldogs you saw there. When we're still waiting on the chain gang. They kicked off and didn't have the chain gang on the sideline yet, so that's what we're waiting on at the moment. So Bulldogs coming out, opening up the second half. And looks like another, I don't know if it was a fumbled snap it looked like, or I'm not sure what happened. It's going to be a loss of 3. I don't know. I couldn't tell if we got the handoff off or not.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
So 2nd and 13 for the Bulldogs. Like Johnson on the carry, keeping his legs running, and they blew the whistle. Forward progress has been stopped. Johnson keeping his legs moving. Smith banged up. He's a little banged up at the end of the first half. Looks like they're going to check him out. They'll check in number 15, Braden Robinson, freshman at quarterback. He'll bring them to the line of scrimmage in a wing left set. Be a misdirection for Chapman, and it's going to be out near, it's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down.
Tackle made by McLaurin.
And be 4th and a long 2. Bulldogs will be forced to bring the punt team out. So 3 and out to start the first possession of the second half. Jaden Kiltz to be the long snapper. Cadence Carter doing the punting duties. A fake on the Bulldogs there on 4th down, deep in their own territory. First down pickup by Bryant. So a little trickery there by the Bulldogs, trying to create some positivity and some life there. And Bryant able to get up into the hole there on the fake punt for a first down. Bulldogs out across the 30. It'll be Chapman, Gooden, and Johnson in the backfield. Wing right, double tight end. We got referees want to stop the clock. He's talking to his comrades on his little walkie-talkie. I'm not sure what we stopped it for. All right, I'm not really sure what happened there, but we're ready to go first down and 10. Johnson on the left side, and just he's hit as soon as he gets the ball. The defensive line of Bay Springs really winning in the trenches tonight.
Be a tackle for a loss, about 5.
Loss of 5 on the play. Be second, we'll say 14, second 14, loss of 4 on the play.
Makes a tackle for the Bulldogs.
Gooden on a speed sweep out to the left.
Short gain on the play.
It's only going to get 1 or 2. Third and 12 for the Bulldogs on their second offensive possession. Excuse me, first offensive possession. Had the fake punt on 4th down and converted earlier. And Braden Robinson, freshman, to bring him to the line of scrimmage. Dropped handoff there, just not able to get the exchange between Robinson and Chapman, and thankfully picked up by Braden, but then tackled for a loss. So at 4th down and about 17, Bulldogs officially now have to punt the ball. Kiltz do the long snapping, Carter to do the punting duties for the Bulldogs. Bay Springs standing with their back guy at about midfield. Good punt, going to be taken at about the 45-yard line. Going to come to the near side of the field. We got one guy to miss, and that's going to be a taunting. We'll see. He didn't cross the line of scrimmage before he did it, so that should not be probably a touchdown. That should have happened during the play, so that should come back at about the 5-yard line. So it won't be a touchdown run or a punt return for a touchdown. It shouldn't be. They'll mark it about the 4-yard line and then mark the penalty off. So it'll take the touchdown off the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call.
Flag on the play.
So that'll bring it out to the 19-yard line where Bay Springs will take over 1st and 10. Good kick by Cadence Carter. Good long kick there. Turned over very nice, and just not good coverage, punt coverage there by the punt defense. And we're backing it up a little bit more. Looks like we're going to be out to the 25-yard line. That will be the case. Bay Springs will take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, and chain gang is not reset at all yet. I'm not sure if they're confused, don't know what they're doing or what, but according to them, it's 1st down and 6. The White Hat a little frustrated out there. Now we got it set. They're going to have to reset the game clock.
The play went against the Bulldogs. Touchdown does not count.
To reset the play clock there. Chain gang finally is in place. 1st down and 10 at the 25. Handoff up the middle there. Number 2 hit about the line of scrimmage. Going to fall forward for a couple.
Short gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Third quarter brought to you by Mobile Imaging. All your ultrasound, EKG, and X-ray needs, you can give Mobile Imaging a call. Mr. Haney, Matt Haney there. They'll come to you and get all that taken care of and send over to your provider. Appreciate them sponsoring our third quarter, being able to bring you the away games here at Bay Springs High School tonight in Jasper County. A little quick pitch out to the right, covered by a host of Bulldogs over there. They were waiting on that play. Initially hit by Dearman and then cleaned up by a host of other Bulldogs. So loss on the play there. Going to back them up. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd and 11, we'll say, for the Bay Springs Bulldogs. Like Black was still in at the safety position for Smith. Smith got a little banged up towards the end of the first half. And then again here in the start in the second half, and just wasn't able to go, and substituted there on offense and defense. Drop back pass, going to be hurried, and looks like we're going to be brought down. It's going to get maybe 1 or 2 on the play, so a good pass rush there by the defense, forcing the quarterback to tuck it and run, and it was good coverage by the second lineman. And so just back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. So a big 4th and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Drop back pass. Little give and go. Just got looks like a route. Looks like he's just tripped over his own feet there. I don't see any penalty flag. I do see one in the backfield. I'm not sure if that's going to be holding or roughing the passer. We'll see if it's a hold. They're going to decline that. And that'll be a turnover on downs after the incomplete pass. So the Bulldog defense holding strong there, forcing a turnover on downs after Bay Springs took over. Really should have been a touchdown, and then just unsportsmanlike conduct. The punt returner inside the 10, turning around and pointing and taunting at our players, and backed them out to the 25, and they wasn't able to generate any offense. So the Bulldogs with a good defensive possession there. So first down and 10 for the second time tonight. Looks like Gavin Smith will check in, and it looks like the Wildcat formation again. Bryant and Gooden in the backfield. Smith and Chapman on this side. Gooden will give it to Bryant on the left side. We've got a penalty flag on the far side. See what the call is from the white hat. More than likely a hold or a face mask coming from the side judge. And that's a holding penalty. So we'll see if they take the result of the play. May have even considered taking the play because it was a loss on the play. Definitely could have justified taking the play and declining the penalty and being second and behind the sticks, but they decided to accept the penalty, and so it'll be first down and 20. It's like 73, I believe that's Cole Allen checking in for the Bulldogs. Excuse me, 73, Brooks Thomas checking in for the Bulldogs there on the offensive line. Wildcat position again. Gooden with just a keeper out to this near side, and it's going to be caught from behind and not able to get around the edge. Just pick up a couple maybe on the play.
Caleb Keys and Gerard Buckley for the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Just not able to get outside.
Short gain on the play.
Looks like Braden Robinson will check in.
16.
So a couple of yards on the play. Bring up second 16 for your Bulldogs. Back in their own, deep in their own territory, inside the 20, second down, play clock under 10. Ball's loose. Gooden had the ball stripped from him. I believe Bay Springs initially picked it up. The ball is still loose, and the ball is still loose, and now we are still fumbling for it, and it's a fumbalaya. Dearman picks it up and returns it out of the end zone, thankfully, to prevent a safety, but oh my. That would be something only Chris Berman could truly come up with a phrase.
Third and long.
Fumbalaya there, time 6 or 7. Good initially was hit in the hole, had it stripped, went straight up. Bay Springs had it initially, then Enterprise had it. And then Bay Springs kicked it into one of their other guys, and then Trey Williams stripped it from him. Ball got kicked into the end zone, and thankfully Dearman picked it up and was able to bring it out, looks like to about the 6 or 7 yard line. After all of that, it'll be third down and a long ways. Johnson up the middle, only going to get about 2 or 3 on the play.
Tackle made by several Bulldogs.
Bulldogs will be fourth and 23, 24, so they'll be forced to send out the punt team again. Kilts to do the long snapping. It'll be Cadence Carter standing in his end zone to do the punting duties. And a shank punt out to the right. And they're going to get the ball probably somewhere around the 20-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 18. So about a 6 or 7 yard net punt there. Carter, a little gun shy freshman, of course. kicking it in the punt return for nearly a touchdown, minus the penalty earlier. So got a little gunshot there, trying to aim it out to the right and got it off the side of his foot. Been there, done that. It happens. Learning progress there for the freshman. First down and 10 for Bay Springs inside the 20. Give off the right side. Deason not able to bring him down on the first initial attempt, and then brought down by Johnson and Gooden at the second level.
Ball carrier for the Bulldogs. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Pick up about 4. 2nd and 6 for Bay Springs, down to the Bulldogs of Enterprise 15-yard line. Third quarter brought to you by Mobile Imaging. A quick third quarter so far. Not a lot of throwing, incomplete passes, just both teams really running the ball. And so just ticked under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, brought to you by Mobile Imaging. Quick pitch out to the left, just a straight give, met by Gooden, and good tackle there in the open field. It's going to be near the line to gain, though, and we'll see if they got enough for a first down.
Gains some positive yardage on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Not going to be enough for a first down, so 3rd and 2. Again, Bay Springs not electing to kick at all tonight as far as field goal or PAT, so more than likely 4-down territory for Bay Springs. Has come across the 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Bay Springs a little confused on their defensive alignment. Play clock under 10. Do get it off. Just a slant route, and a great job there by Johnson getting his hand on it, deflecting the pass.
Pass is incomplete.
Good coverage by Chapman on the slant route. Just a one-step drop for the quarterback. Johnson reading that from the beginning, able to slide out into the flats and get a hand on it and deflect it. 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter, so 4th and 2. We'll see what Bay Springs decides to do. Got some confusion. They're just standing around looking. I guess they're going to call a timeout, but the clock's not running, so I don't know why it would matter. Are they going to mess around and get a delay of game? Coach does call a timeout. I think he may have just used that for a chewing session there on somebody on the offensive side. See our cheerleaders there. They have now donned their jackets for the night. It's cooled off a little bit since halftime. Very nice little breeze out here. First probably fall weather we've felt all year here in October. Second game in October here. Second conference game. For y'all that are just now joining us, we're on Facebook and YouTube tonight. And Bulldogs give up 26 in the first half. 3 of those touchdowns, really big home run type plays on third down. And 3 of the 4 2-point conversions no good, and the Bulldog offense just hasn't been able to generate anything positive really tonight. Probably less than 10 first downs. You fake punt coming out of the second half, starting it out to get a first down. A couple of missed fumbles, kickoffs muffed, and just not been positive so far here tonight as we tick down the third quarter. Be 4th and 2, big 4th down play here. Give off to the right side, and the Bulldogs may have stopped him. It's going to be really close. It'll depend on the spot. Looks like they are going to give him the first down just by about a half yard. So that'll move it inside the 10 for 1st and goal. So Bay Springs able to convert on the 4th down. We've had all kinds of clock and chain management issues tonight. White Hats starting to show us frustration with the time clock and the play clock. 1st and goal. Bryant in the backfield and able to bring him down. Good job there by Bryant making an open field tackle.
Jay McGee, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs. No gain on the play, brings up second down.
He'll probably lose a half yard there, so second down and about the 9.5-yard line. Looks like the Bay Springs and Enterprise both will be happy with ending the third quarter. So no scores in the third quarter, 0-0 coming out of half, and so good adjustment on defense by the Bulldogs. Still just not able to generate anything on offense yet as we enter this fourth quarter. That third quarter again brought to you by Mobile Imaging. And our fourth quarter brought to you by Premier Paint and Body. Hopefully Premier Paint and Body give us a good omen here starting the fourth quarter. We can get some points on the board for an Archusa LLC touchdown in the second half, hopefully. Again, 26-0. See high school principal Johnny Welch, Superintendent Bubba Brannon there in the east end zone. Board member Chance Mosley there taking pictures. We appreciate everybody at the School District of Enterprise, from top down, from the school board down to administration, teachers, faculty, students, allowing us to be able to bring you Friday Night Lights for the Bulldogs. So we'll begin the fourth quarter. Bay Springs, they'll have second and goal just inside the 10. Bulldogs trying to make a big defensive goal line stand here as we start the fourth quarter. Slant pattern and incomplete pass on the left side. Wheat kind of got in the throwing lane there.
Brings up third down.
And then good coverage out by Chapman. Not able to bring that in, so an incomplete pass. Bring up third and goal from just inside the 10. Quarterback getting the play call down to 5 on the play clock. Does get it off with about 2 to go. Hand off to the right side. A little nifty running back there for Bay Springs, coming to the right side a couple times tonight, making a couple of guys miss here and there.
Short gain brings up fourth down. Fourth and goal from.
So fourth and goal on the 2-yard gain. It'll be fourth and goal from the 7. Bulldogs trying to force turnover on downs. Slant pattern out the left side. Same play as before. This time the receiver had a step on Chapman and was able to convert it for a touchdown for Bay Springs. That'll extend their lead out another 6 points here with 11:09 to go in the game. Bay Springs will line up to go for 2. Just a quarterback keeper off the right side. Hit by a couple Bulldogs, and looks like he's going to be across the goal line. Looked like he was short. The near side judge said he crossed it over. And so the 2-point conversion, good. Extend the lead out to 34-0 Bay Springs over your Enterprise Bulldogs. Again, if you're just joining us, Bay Springs with a 4-2 record coming in tonight. Your Bulldogs from Enterprise coming in at 2-4. Both coming in with an 0-1 record in the division. Bay Springs now within the division district with Enterprise in Region 6 in 2A, along with a couple other Bulldogs, Clarkdale and Mize, and then the Heidelberg Oilers rounding out the 5 teams in that division. So 34-0 Bay Springs here. Again, if you missed it earlier, just a shout out to our golf team, securing and winning the district championship earlier this week. And then a shout out to Cadence Carter, the freshman taking over kicking duty, is receiving the Farm Bureau Player of the Week today from Mr. Tommy Scott. We appreciate Mr. Tommy being a long-time sponsor for us to be able to bring you the Friday Night Lights and scoreboards. Be Chapman and Bryant back to receive. Deep kickoff going to be taken by Chapman inside the 10. And hit hard at about the 23, 24 yard line, and he comes up limping there.
McLaurin and McGee on the tackle for the Bulldogs. After the return, the ball will be spotted at the 25 yard line for a first down.
So Bulldogs 34-0 trailing right now. Looks like Chapman, he's going to have to come out. He does not got any, look like he does not putting any weight on that leg. And we've got a whistle here. I'm not sure who or what the whistle was. Bay Springs took a timeout, actually.
Bulldogs.
I believe that's their first one of the second half. Again, this fourth quarter, 1 minute in to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Premier Paint and Body. Appreciate them allowing us to bring you the Friday Night Lights here, even on the away games. Again, if you're just joining us, hopefully you've been able to pick us up on Facebook and or YouTube. We know there's been a really big request for that. We've heard you. It's just been a little bit of a logistics challenge finding cell service and internet service at these away games. And we've been upgrading slowly over the last 2 years, and I think we finally have got this thing figured out. And so that's a huge shout out to our sponsors allowing us to be able to do that, and hopefully be able to bring you multiple platforms moving forward, especially at the away games. It's a little bit smaller of a setup at the away games, so not as much bandwidth being used. We'll work on moving forward with both platforms at the home games as well next week. Just looking ahead here, the Bulldogs will travel to Taylorsville for a non-conference game. So one non-conference against the Taylorsville Tartars next week. Bulldogs will travel. Inside handoff to Johnson's met at the second level. Pickup of about 2 on the play. Looks like Braden Robinson still in at the quarterback position. Gavin Smith still banged up on the sideline. Not able to go here in the second half. Pickup of about 2.5 on the play by Johnson. Again, Johnson back for the first time in 3 weeks, coming back from injury. But then, as we mentioned earlier in the night, you see number 75, Trey Williams, the senior, holding down the center position. Our normal starting center, Austin Reynolds, banged up this week and not able to go. And so we wish him a speedy recovery, hopefully back next week. Gooden able to make the first guy miss on the roll around. And we got 2 flags from one ref. We got, I believe, if I'm not right, you probably should be able to apply double the penalties on that. The side judge grabbed everything he had and threw it. And the back judge also threw his, so just a personal foul out of bounds. Not quite as many flags as it was fumbles on the last time we were down on the other end of the field, but Enterprise will take that positive nonetheless. Be a 15-yard penalty after the run. Be an automatic first down out to the 45-yard line.
After the penalty, course, the ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line for a first down.
So first down and 10 to be Chapman, Gooden, and Johnson in the backfield, brought to the line by Robinson. Gooden in motion. It'll be Chapman on misdirection, and he's going to pick up about 4.5 maybe on the play.
Short gain on the play. Brings up second down and 7.
Second down and 6 for your Bulldogs near in midfield. Be good in motion again. This time Johnson with a little stutter step to the left and able to get to the second level, and blown dead by forward progress after a pickup of about 3. So it'll make third down and manageable as the Bulldogs move it across midfield. Third down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Again, down 34-0. Probably in 4-down territory here in the fourth quarter. Be Gooden in motion. It'll be Johnson on just a straight fullback dive on the left side, and he's going to get enough for the first down. It looks like he maybe a half-yard short. That's a terrible spot on the near side over here. It's going to bring up fourth, and we'll say 1 on the play. Bulldogs obviously going to go for this here. Kiltz will check out. Deason will check in with the play for Robinson. 8.5 minutes here to go in the game. Another quick game this week. Both teams running the ball. Bay Springs threw the ball pretty good bit in the first half. The second half, they really kind of kept it on the ground, and Bulldogs as well. So it just kind of went by fast. Chapman on a speed sweep was able to get outside and just run into the blockers, and we've got a flag. It isn't going to be enough for the first down, but I believe, unless he got a face mask, probably a hold. We'll wait and see. Not sure who was out there blocking, but they're going to get a hold, it looks like, so that'll negate the first down run. It should be from the spot of the foul, so still may be manageable from fourth down. It's going to be maybe fourth down and 5 once we get it marked off. So they didn't mark it from the spot of the foul. They marked it from the previous line of scrimmage. That should have been from the spot of the foul since it was downfield. Still would have been fourth down, but not sure if that spot's correct there. Dearman will split out to the near side of the field. Be Chapman in motion. Gooden coming this way. He's got some room to run. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down, and down inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Gooden, first really good positive play on misdirection tonight, and a little chippiness after the play there between a couple of players. So big play there for the Bulldogs on a 4th and 10. Very big, large conversion there. Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Chapman in motion. It'll be Johnson on the right side on a dive play up the middle, keeping his legs turned, still running, moving back across the grain. Hard running there by the senior Johnson. Going to be enough for another first down for your Bulldogs. Pick up of about 10 on the play. Well, excuse me, they're marking him a little bit short. They really are quick with their whistles tonight.
Brings up 2nd and 1 for Enterprise.
So it'll be 2nd and we'll say inside of 1 to go. After the good run there by Johnson. Chapman in motion, and looks like everybody wasn't set there. Deason wasn't set when Chapman went in motion, and so that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
False start.
Deason wasn't quite set whenever the running back went into motion.
After penalties enforced.
Ball was snapped with 2 guys moving. You can't have that. So 2nd down and 5 after the penalty. Hopefully you'll join us again next week. We'll be over just a little bit further west out in Taylorsville and Tartar Nation. Taking on the Taylorsville Tartars for a non-conference game. Chapman in motion, and looks like the ball's loose. And I think he just handed it basically to Bay Springs, and that is the case. It's a turnover. Robinson and Chapman not able to get the handoff again. Just some timing issues, some serious timing issues there on the motion with the quarterbacks in the center, and turnover by the Bulldogs after the biggest really positive possession on offense we've had all night, and thwarted there by the turnover. So Bay Springs will take over just under 7 minutes to play here in the game. The 4th quarter brought to you by Premier Paint and Body. Just a very sluggish, lethargic type night for the Bulldogs. Looks like Bay Springs is going to use their 2nd timeout for Bay Springs. Again, next week we'll be traveling once again. We have 4 home games in a row. First time we've been away in a while. Next week we'll be at Taylorsville. I was talking to my good buddy Abe out in West Texas there in Lubbock. I was telling him if Enterprise fans, if there was one road that most Enterprise fans could drive with their eyes closed, it would be Highway 18 west, leaving out of Rose Hill, because through the years, through the decades, there's been a lot of travel on Highway 18 when you talk about all the different sports year-round, traveling to Bay Springs and Taylorsville and Raleigh and Mize and Summerall and Bassfield. Just a plethora of ways, plethora of trips through Bay Springs over the years. And so we'll be on that same route next week, coming over, traveling through Bay Springs to get to Taylorsville, a little bit west and south of here. So after the 2nd charge timeout, Bay Springs will take over 1st and 10. A high snap, going to be picked up by the quarterback, and is just kind of running, and it looks like he's going to throw it to the near sideline. Looks like it was caught, but I believe he was out of bounds.
Incomplete.
So incomplete pass. So it looks like with just under 7 minutes to go, looks like Bay Springs has substituted a couple of positions here. New quarterbacks checked in. 2nd down and 10. Another high snap brought in by the quarterback, but then stopped at the line of scrimmage for a gain, about a loss, 1 yard loss by the Bulldogs defense. So it'll be 3rd and 11. Third down and 11. So the referee and the side guy, a way high snap, going to be taken down and just nailed down on inside the 10. That ball, he never had a chance to grab that one. Not sure if it's the same center. We didn't check and see that. The quarterback that was in before that was a good bit taller than the current one, but I don't think the previous quarterback would have had a chance at that one either. So 4th and a long ways to go inside the 10, so they'll bring the punt team out. And it looks like we'll have a new punter also for Bay Springs. He'll be standing in his own end zone. It'll be Blackwell back for the Bulldogs, standing at the 45-yard line to receive. 3 on the play clock. I don't believe they're going to get this off. That's going to be a delay of game, so that'll be another 5 yards, and so the punter will be standing near the back of his end zone here.
Delay of game goes against the Bulldogs. Replay 4th down. Public service announcement number 2 for the night. Sausage dogs on sale, half price. Get you a sausage dog before you leave. Don't leave hungry.
Goes straight up. It's going to land at about the 15, and still taking a Bay Springs bounce. And it'll be inside the 20. It'll be about the 17-yard line where Enterprise will take over. So 1st down and 10 for the best field position of the night for your Bulldogs.
And don't forget public service announcement. Sausage dogs on sale, half price.
First down and 10. Bell checks in at the fullback position for the Bulldogs. Be Chapman in motion. It'll be him on the right side. We got a pre-snap penalty. Looks like the defense was offsides, and that is the call from the White Hat. 5-yard penalty, so it'll bring up first and 5 after the defensive offsides. Looks like Blackwell will check Chapman out. He'll give the play to Braden Robinson here. I don't know how we got a 3-yard penalty. It's a 1st down and 10. Should be a 5-yard penalty, but it's still 1st and 7. It's a pre-snap penalty. Been a very rough night. Not only the Bulldogs here, Chase Bell there with a carry up the middle for 2 or 3. Been a rough night all over. Chain gangs had a rough night. Clock management from the referee side, from the press box, it's been very difficult tonight.
Short gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So 2nd and 2 after the Bell carry. Bulldogs looking to try to punch something in and take that goose egg off the board here late in the game. Smith, Blackwell, Smith in motion. Somebody moved on the right side. Looks like we'll see if it was defense drew them off or not. And that is the case. Defensive moved in the encroachment zone, made the offense move. So that'll move it. That'll result of 1st and goal for the Bulldogs inside the 5 now. Looks like it'll be Smith, Blackwell, and Bell in the backfield. Be Smith in motion. It'll be him on the left side on a sweep, and he's going to get into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. So erase that goose egg off. Bulldogs able to punch something in here, prevent Bay Springs from the shutout, and we'll see what the Bulldogs elect to do here. They'll line up initially in their gate formation, and they'll shift back to a normal PAT formation. Kiltz to do the snapping, Smith back in to do the holding, and Cadence Carter to try to put the PAT through. Good snap. Fumbled hold, and Carter was able to get it away and snuck it inside the upright. So a great job by Carter, able to get that thing in flat-footed there. Just a fumbled snap by Smith. Was able to get it down just in time, and 5 snuck in inside the upright. So the freshman still starting to figure things out at this kicking thing, and be nice to watch him move forward over the next 2 or 3 years as he learns this thing. Doing a good job so far as a freshman. Inserted a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when Blackman went down. And so the Bulldogs 34-7 here. Late in the 4th quarter, 4:07 to go. Fourth quarter brought to you by Premier Paint and Body. And it's been a couple of weeks, but that second half touchdown brought to you by Archusa Finance and LLC down there in Quitman. Trey Williams, a senior, to do the kicking off duties. We'll see if they elect to attempt an onside kick. Waiting for the signal from the white hat. I think he may be waiting on the music to stop. We're still waiting, and he gives us the ready to play. We've got a flag. It's got to be against the defense.
Flag on the plate.
They were lined up across the 50, so they'll have to re-kick that after a 5-yard penalty. So they'll move it up 5 yards to the 45-yard line. Trey Williams will tee it up again for the Bulldogs. And recovered by Bay Springs just as it crossed the 10-yard mark.
After the kick, the ball be spotted at the
Bay Springs will take over at their 43-yard line.
Bulldogs.
First down and 10, Bay Springs with some substitutions again here on offense. Four to go here in the game. Handoff up the middle, met by Trey Williams initially, and then cleaned up by Gavin Smith and Spencer Wheat. Going to be a loss of about 3 on the play.
Jay McGee, the ball carrier. Lost a few yards on the play, brings up second down and 12.
All the way, black and white, all the way. All the way, black.
Second down and 12 for Bay Springs.
All the way, black and white, all the way.
Nice cool night here for Friday night football. First cool night of the year. Really feel like football weather finally here in Mississippi. Second down and 12 for Bay Springs. Another high snap over the head of the quarterback. He falls on it again, so never had a chance again. Those balls are 2 or 3 feet over his head. And so bad snap there will back him up even further. And it'll bring up third down and very long for Bay Springs.
Brings up second down.
Just ticked under 3 minutes to go in the game here. Third down and about 30. Close enough. Another high snap over his head, and he hasn't got to it yet, and he does finally get to it and cover it up in almost the exact spot they were last time when they'll have to punt from the 4-yard line.
Covered by the Bulldogs. Brings up fourth down.
So it'll be 4th and a county-wide long for Bay Springs. Just tick under 2 minutes to go. Punter will be just a couple of steps inside his end zone. See if the Bulldogs maybe can get to this thing and block it. Gavin Smith will be standing about the 35-yard line, waiting to receive. Waiting on like the Bay Springs was down a player. Play clock's ticking down to 10. We'll see if they can get this thing off. The long snapper of all people. That's who we were missing. They do get it off. Smith picks it up at the last minute and he's tackled. So the ball rolls out and Bulldogs will take over at the 44-yard line. 1:15 to go here in the game. Again, I'd like to give a shout out to all of our sponsors that allow us to bring you the live version here with Enterprise High School Bulldogs. Then all the sponsors bringing you the scoreboard updates for equipment and Enterprise. Bulldogs will fall to 2-5. Bay Springs will mirror that on the opposite end, be 5-2 as the night closes out. Bulldogs of Enterprise will fall to 0-2 in conference play. Bay Springs will move to 1-1. Bulldogs will have a break in conference play next week as they go to Taylorsville to play a non-conference game. Ball was fumbled at the center and the quarterback again, and so some significant issues there with quarterback and center exchange.
Brings up second down.
Cadence Carter looks like he'll check in at the quarterback position. Be under 1 minute to play here at the next snap. Again, Cadence Carter will bring them to the line of scrimmage. And another fumbled snap, and Bay Springs is going to get it. And the center quarterback exchange again haunts Enterprise as a turnover again. Bay Springs will take over, and one kneel down will likely give the, and looks like they're going to let the, not sure, they shouldn't have let the clock run. The turnover should have stopped the clock, but again, we've not really hit on a whole lot of cylinders on clock management tonight. So nonetheless, it was going to be a kneel down probably. And Bay Springs, as time expires officially, we'll get a victory 34-7 here in Jasper County. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in to us tonight, and we'll be back with you next week in Taylorsville over in Smith County. Try to make that drive. Just get on Highway 18 and come west, and then we'll get you there from when you get to Bay Springs. So Bulldogs drop another tough one this week, moving to 0-2 in conference play, 2-5 overall. And we'll be with you next week. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Good night.